Okay. Good to go. So last time, what did we do? We finished the main story, I guess, and now we're presented with extra. Truth hidden in the rain. So now we have to defend Tenshi, which I'm looking forward to, because I love Tenshi. She's great. And I hope she's just as great in this as she was at the end of Wildhorn Hermit. So Aya is called to defend a fallen Celestial, but the evidence looks abysmal. With the help of Kappa technology, stage a comeback and prove her innocence. Alright. In the furthest reaches of the skies, the heavens peer down upon Gensokyo. Ow. Those who live here are celestials and hermits who have transcended human knowledge and desires. Compared to the menagerie of conflicting minds on land, this is a peaceful world. However, this can lead to an overabundance of idle time. I'm going to turn this down a bit. There we go. Menagerie? Menagerie? What the fuck? What? Menagerie? What? Wait, what? Bored again as usual. Maybe I'll go back down to the surface and place a little bet with someone. So wait, what? We don't even know what Tenshi did, chat. So far we know exactly what the crime has been, but this time all we know is that Tenshi's being blamed for something, and it looks like 100% her fault. But I don't even know what it is she's done. But as for what I want to win, nothing is immediately coming to mind. And even if I challenge someone confident, they aren't interested in what I'm offering, they won't accept. So what should I do? I'll let you know now, Tenshi is a very, very stuck-up individual. She believes everyone in heaven has some kind of it's like the rich kid. It's like the rich kid. Kasen gave her tea, and it was like the best tea on the ground. That's what she said. And Tenshi was like, yeah, this stuff tastes like shit, but it is the best I've had down here. I was like, God damn it, Tenshi. Can't you just accept things? She's very, very... She's very snooty and snobby, but that's what makes her entertaining. She's also very short, so it's hilarious to look at her. Because in 15.5, she stands on one of her keystones, which makes her like the height of everyone else, but she's quite short. What should I do? Also, those peaches on her hat are edible. And it's... the reason Tenshi came down from heaven is because she ate a bunch of heavenly elixirs, which look like mochi, because the banquet was starting late, and she decided why not. So she ate a bunch of those, which are supposed to increase your durability as a person, like your body strength. And she got kicked out of heaven for that. And Kasen and Komachi laughed at her. That was a great panel. They just fucking laughed at her for it. But yeah, Tenshi is a very sturdy individual, because I'm pretty sure eating the peaches as well increases your body's like durability, so to speak. That's why she's regarded as a masochist, because she can just take all of it. Also, Komachi has the ability to create like infinite space, which is really weird. I didn't realize that. I guess she's the one manipulating the Sanzu River in that case, but she kind of has the ability to turn like, I don't know. It's really weird. It's kind of like what Sakuya's ability is in 6, where she can manipulate space. But Komachi can just stretch shit out. Super manipulation of distance. Yeah, that's what it is. Because she does that. She manipulates the distance of something, so it stretches it super, super thin so they can find the seal. So that's cool. That's a cool power. I didn't know she could do that. That's it. The Kappa's inventions. But the Kappa are just as clever as the Tengu. I'll need to wager something valuable enough to convince them to play along. How about your lightsaber? Wait, but if I were to use that, I think it's worth trying at least. Oh god, what's she gonna do? An ominous rain falls during the bet between the Celestial and the Kappa that night. And the game's conclusion is... Oh boy. May 14th, 10:12 a.m., Shameimaru and Co. Law Office. Good good news hunting weather today. I got a feeling I'll find a big scoop. There certainly was a terrible storm last night. However, I'm not so sure if that will guarantee a story. Oh, give me a break. Whenever I try to get myself worked up, you say something that brings me down again. Sorry. But it sounded like you were wanting to go looking for news today. And why does it sound like you don't want to? Huh? No, that's not it at all. Momiji's acting odd. I get the feeling she's not telling me everything. Momiji, you wouldn't happen to be hiding anything, would you? What? No, of course not. I think someone is at the door. Someone said only someone like you, Carrie, could handle Tenshi. I mean, Tenshi is pretty strong. She is a celestial, but she's also a natural-born shithead, so she's not that dangerous, you know? Everything she does is for her own interests, and because she's a bit of a bastard. Not because she's evil, but she can't be evil. She's from heaven, right? People from heaven can't be evil. Goes against the whole point of heaven, I think. Huh? Wait. I know there's something wrong with her, but I guess I'll deal with that later. Like in Dragon Ball Z, Deborah, the Demon King, he's supposed to go to hell because, you know, he's the Demon King. He's done a lot of bad. So what they did was they sent Deborah to heaven. Because they figured he wouldn't like it up there. And then Deborah becomes a happy boy. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. I know there's something wrong with her, but I guess I'll deal with that later. Please pardon the intrusion. Oh, it's Mrs. Izayoi. How are you here? No one's allowed up here. You don't come this far very often, don't you? Because you're not allowed to. No one is. No, but I am here to say that we are in a situation that has become rather out of hand. So, what would that be? There was an incident last night. Theft and property damage at Miss Notori Kawashiro's house. We at the Scarlet Devil Mansion were informed as soon as it occurred. The celestial plane in Japanese mythos isn't exactly like heaven, I think. Well, it's referred to as heaven in this series. They go to heaven. That's a hermit's ultimate goal, and that is where the celestials live, in heaven. I don't know what the celestial plane is then. Maybe it's a translation? I don't know. We were finally able to apprehend the suspect earlier. That was rather quick. Yes, it would have been sooner, but the suspect was rather fleet of foot. And in addition to that, her attitude was extremely violent, bringing her in took considerable effort. Oh God! Judging by that behavior, she doesn't seem very nice. I spoke of the charges earlier. Ms. Kawashiro also claims she committed the crime, and there was quite a bit of incriminating evidence. What did she do? It almost sounds like she's guilty already. Wait, don't tell me. You want me to take her case and act as her defense attorney? I was going to say, why else would Saki come in here and tell you this, Aya, if not because she wants you to work? I'm glad you figured it out before I did. Yes, exactly. As it is, I believe our suspect does not understand the circumstances, as we are unable to converse with her in her current emotional state. It is undecided for the moment if we will hold a trial, but we would like to speak with the suspect regardless. Then, if you wish to act again as a defense attorney, I believe they will hold another trial. I see. Chat, what do you think's harder? What do you think would be harder? Defending Tenshi in court? Or doing what I just did earlier? 10 Kings. Defending Tenshi in court or clearing the 10 Kings scene from shoot the bullet in a finite number of tries? So we await your response. Tenshi didn't become a Celestial. Tenshi was born a Celestial. That's why she's a shithead. She didn't achieve any state of mind. She was just born as one. That's why she's so snooty. She sees a hermits as people who are supposed to worship her, like her her servants. And she also blackmails Kusen. He's like, you better do what I want, or I'll go tell heaven how you're a wicked hermit. You wouldn't want that. It's like, damn, Tenshi, chill. Yeah, Tenshi's dad is very powerful, yes. But she was born a Celestial. She didn't become a Celestial. So she was already a Celestial to begin with. That's why she has an attitude problem. I refuse. What? What'd you say? What do you mean by that? But the ghost, what? The ghost? What in the world is she talking about? The ghost. Just what is this ghost you're talking about? Last night I was patrolling by the waterfall and saw that the human village was in an uproar. When I went to investigate the problem, I heard a strange rumor. A strange rumor, you say? Yeah, she's a spoiled brat, but that also makes it kind of fun, because she is a bastard, but the way she was written in Wildhorn Hermit specifically, I love that, and I want to see more Tenshi. I love Tenshi. Tenshi was a character I wasn't sure how I felt about way back when she was revealed in when I first met her in SWR. But as time went on and I saw more stuff about her, and then with her second official debut, I was like, you know what, this character is A-okay in my book. I love her shenanigans. Because she's not evil. She's just so self-absorbed that everything she does, she believes is right because it's what she wants to do. She does everything in her own self-interest. Yes, when someone was walking by themselves through the rain, they heard a voice. And to be fair, that is definitely one of those characters you either love or hate. So it is what it is. You can like her, you can dislike her. I like her. But when they turned to look around, they didn't see anything. Oh god, this is retrospective Kyoto again, chat. Oh, I just spent 3 hours listening to that. Oh, god damn it. I can't escape it. They thought it was just their imagination, so they turned back and eek! One of my favorite things about Tenshi is that she had no idea who Iku is until the fighting game. But yeah, because Iku is not really anyone super special. She's just kind of one of the messengers of her father. She's not like the chief in command, right? She's just like a servant, right? Iku Nagai. She's a catfish? No, she's an oarfish. She's an oarfish. And she's a messenger of heaven. So she comes down because Tenshi's acting up. Iku's kind of lazy. She also does the John Travolta. Just thinking about it gives me the chills. I like Iku. I think she has a cool design. But again, we're probably never going to see that character again because her role is so unnecessary to every plot device. So you'll never really see her show up in official canon. Just thinking about it gives me the chills. It also kind of sucks that she was revealed. Like, every fighting game tends to reveal one boss, right? So we have Suika, we have Tenshi, we have Kokoro, we have Sumireko, and we have, I guess, Jun and Shion are another exception to that, but they're together because the whole thing of that is tag team. But in Iku's case, Iku was a character who was created specifically for 10.5, but was overshadowed by Tenshi. Kind of reminds me how Ron and Yukari are the same game, but Yukari gets a lot of the limelight as being the endgame boss, even though Ron, by all rights, is still it's an extra stage boss. She still deserves that title, but that's usually forgotten about in favor of Yukari. Alright. Even though maybe some game of a typhoon or hurricane or something. I hate to be a negative Nancy, but I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever see her in official capacity again, which is a shame because I do like her. I think she's cool. Just thinking about it gives me the chills. Ron's theme is better too. I wouldn't even call that a hot take. They're both really good. They're both very, very good. I think Ron's theme is fantastic, but I also think that Yukari's theme is fantastic. Ron is also explicitly forbidden from acting independently to boot. Well, yeah, she's not allowed to. Unless it's fandom, in which case she can do whatever she wants. Ridiculous. Aren't they just hearing things? But it seems like several other people in the village experienced the exact same thing. One person said it was the Brock Inspector, bigger than a house. Odd Brock. Someone else said it was a yokai as fast as lightning. A Raiju? And another said it was the shadow of a guardian spirit who lost their home. Can't they make up their minds? Besides, that sounds more like a yokai than a ghost to me. So it was a yokai ghost. Is that... I'm sure. A yokai ghost, huh? Is that possible, chat? Can a yokai be a ghost? Yiko is not a yokai, she's just a ghost. So is that why you didn't want to go out earlier? Because you were scared of that? Yes. Good grief. Assuming the rumor is true, doesn't it only come out in the rain? There isn't a cloud in the sky right now. Well, I'll give the translation a break that it misses some proper spacing and punctuation, because it's one dude after all. The Brock inspectors also mentioned Soku. Is it? I've heard that name before, but I don't know what it is. It's also where Giant Fish shows up. And of course, Hissen Tensoku himself, the big robot man. There's good weather yesterday as well. But then there was a downpour all of a sudden, right? So the same thing might happen today, too. I suppose. By the way, where did the ghost appear again? Seems like it only appeared around the human village. So as long as we don't go near the human village, everything will be fine. And fortunately, as it doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, there shouldn't be any problems, right? Well, I guess so. So that settles it. Oh, I hope the ghost doesn't come out. Ghost story added to the court records. It seems that a ghost appears near the human village on rainy days, however no one is able to discern its true form. I see. Alright, I guess we'll go to the detention cell to meet our client. So again, we don't know who the client is. We do. We do outside of the game. But Aya doesn't. And just so you know, chat, Aya has met Tenshi. Aya and Tenshi were both playable characters in 10.5, so these two know each other. Also, side note, remarkably, in Wildhorn Hermit, when Komachi ends up meeting Tenshi again, Tenshi actually recognizes her and remembers the conversation they had in 10.5, which was years ago, honestly, by Touhou standards. So that's pretty interesting that she recognized her. Excuse me. And they send in the Tengu to finish me off. Where did you get that idea? This is all some scheme to keep me locked up, isn't it? Komachi did threaten to murder Tenshi and had the power to back it up. Yeah, but she's not allowed because she's a fairy Shinigami. So it's not her job to do that. I don't know necessarily she's not allowed to do it, but she doesn't just do it. So even though she makes passes and threats, she can't really follow up on them. If it's not, release me this instant. Just calm down for now, and please listen to us, Miss Hinanawi. Hinanawi? Oh, God. Hinanawi? I think. Whatever. She's Tenshi. Yes, please. After all, communication is important. Communication? Important? Then why was I locked up in here without so much as a syllable? Because you ran. Oh, the W's silent like Tay. Hinanai, then. Hinanai. Okay. Alright. Good grief. Now I see what Mrs. Izayoi was talking about. I wonder if even the judge could silence her in court. Alright. Let me fill you in on the situation, Miss Hinanai. Here on the ground, we are currently operating under the trial system for resolving disputes. Okay, I'll take a look at that for the streamliner. We'll get that set up to go for tomorrow. Trial system? When an incident occurs, the policing forces catch the suspect. Then a trial is held to determine if they are guilty or not. And you were arrested by the SDM, who are in charge of said policing forces. Meaning... To put it simply, you are under arrest as the criminal behind last night's incident. And now we will decide if you truly are the criminal or not. Me? A criminal? This had better be a joke. But under the trial system, the suspect does have some rights. So, you can ask for an attorney to defend you in court. I don't know why I tried to read it as eternity. Probably because it's how long I've been here. And of course, if it is proven that you committed the crime, you will be found guilty. But I didn't do anything. So you deny your charges. In that case, I will accept your role as your defense attorney. This is ludicrous. If I had my spell cards, this would have been settled in an instant. Sorry, but that won't work. Wouldn't work. While this trial system is in effect, the usage of all spell cards is sealed. If you try to fight it, I cannot guarantee the results. Fine then. But are there any more useful looking attorneys I can choose from? Oh, you're on your own now. That's not very nice. Unfortunately for you, I am the only defense attorney in Gensokyo. And if I don't defend you, the chances of you being found not guilty are infinitesimally small. Is that even a word? Sure. I see. Then I guess I have nothing to lose by letting you handle it. Say something already. I don't really want to defend you anymore. That's what I want to say. Very smally small. Yes. Something. Not that. Ugh. Fine then. Please. Defend me. Miss Shameimaru. Hey, that's right. Learn some manners. I accept. Please leave everything to me. So she finally shown a little humility. That actually felt pretty good. Aya, aren't you scared of going too far? Well, we need to do this much at least just so she understands what kind of situation she's in. Alright, well, you were going to be impossible to work with, but let's give it a shot. Now, can you give me a brief summary of the incident? I wouldn't call it an incident. I just made a little bet with the Kappa, that's all. Don't tell me that's why I'm in here. I don't think that would give them enough reason to arrest you. Didn't Mrs. Ayoi say anything when she captured you? I guess they suspected me of doing that after all. They gotta read that you're right so they can't hold you. What would that be? When I was arrested, the maid told me, you're under arrest for charges of larceny. Neat. Charge of the larceny. So there's something stolen. Yes, it seems that Kappa's invention went missing. I suppose that qualified as stolen, so it's another stolen item charge, huh? But why were you arrested, Miss Hinanai? I told you already. When the incident happened, I was in the middle of a bet with the Kappa. I was the only one who was there when it was stolen, so that must be why they suspected me of doing it. When you say bet, you mean you were engaged in a game where both participants bid something based on how confident they are of winning. This is extra, yeah, this is the extra case. Of course, that's what gambling is all about. So what did you bid? I offered a secret treasure from the heavenly realm. In other words, nothing. Then what about the Miss Kawashiro? Kawashiro. She bid. Please answer, Miss Hinanai. It was an invitation. One the Kappa had made herself. So you're saying the thing that was stolen was the same thing you were trying to win? Yes. This isn't good. So who won the bet? I did. I won. Miss Hinanai, every time you lie to me, you make it that much harder for me to defend you, reducing our already slim chances of success. Are you sure you won the bet? I'm not lying, because I'm not the culprit. If you won the bet, then you should have the item. So she had no reason to steal it. Right? Yeah, this is Shin Gyakuten Touhou, so that makes sense why it has the extra. I can't make her understand the situation a little more. She's never going to tell me the truth. Alright. I don't have anything to show her right now. What is that? So we can... I guess we'll go to Notori's house. Nice house, Notori. It's very CGI heavy. Kind of looks like Genji might be living here. Same day outside Notori's house. We finally made it to Miss Kawashiro's house. Ah! Hey! Are you okay, Momiji? Sorry, Aya. I lost my footing. The ground's all muddy because of the storm last night. See? Now it's all over my hands. It's okay. I'm already muddy. Find a clean spot on my clothes and wipe your hands off. But there's no way you can go into Miss Kadoshiro's house covered in mud like that. I guess you're right. I'll go change and be right back. And be careful not to slip again. I won't. Bye. Why are we playing music that sounds like I'm in a tragic backstory? Like, this is a flashback? This is the music that plays in a flashback where somebody dies. 100%. Alright, Notori. Are you home? Your house is very simple. UFO stage 1. Bleh. Same day, Notori's house. Hello! Oh, hi there, Aya. It's Kadoshiro. I heard that this is where the theft occurred. Yeah. Do you think you could give me some more details on what happened last night? So you're defending that Celestial, huh? Yes, I am. I don't believe she actually committed the crime. But it seems like a waste of time to me. There's no one else who could have stolen it but her. That will be decided in court. But for now, can you tell me about the incident? Sure. Since you're always looking out for Momiji, I'll give you a hand. I like that Momiji and Notori are friends. But I don't think it'll make much of a difference. They're not actually friends. I believe they don't even talk to each other in canon. But sometimes canon is not fun. You know? Sometimes canon doesn't allow for character relationships. And that's when people take their own, that's when people take the works in their own hands. Because it's much better when everyone's friends, as opposed to just hating each other. That's why Momiji and Aya are friends, even though they're not friends. They're not friends at all. But you always see the two of them together in fan works. Well, for the most part. What you witnessed. Canon doesn't have Flounder and Koichi being best friends. I don't even think Canon has ever had those two characters interact before. The whole point is that they're little sisters. And that's why they get along. First, please tell me your experience. Aya and Chirno are friends. Now that's great. Candid Friend remix. Well, it is her theme after all. When the theft occurred, we were in the middle of a game. She had just left for the restroom. Oh, okay. I'll have to re-click that. When I woke up, she wasn't here anymore, and when I went to check on the stuff, it was gone. That certainly makes it sound like Miss Hinanai is the criminal. By the way, the articles that went missing were the collateral for your bets, correct? That's right. Can you tell me about what you had bet? It was an optical camouflage suit I made. If you wear it, you can make yourself invisible. Is that so? Now I wonder. I see. So did you notice anything else at the time? No, not really. Ah, actually, I did. What was it? When I was attacked, I smelled something sweet right before I passed out. But, what was it again? A sweet smell. Sorry, I remember smelling something, but I don't know what it was exactly. Quite a quandary. Ah, while I'm thinking about it, where was the suit before it was stolen? Oh, I put it in a safe in the storeroom, just so that Celestial couldn't pull any tricks. Safe? It's the kind where you gotta enter the password to open it. If you don't know the password, you shouldn't be able to open it, but... So, Miss Hinanai shouldn't have known the password, right? No, she shouldn't have. Is there anyone else other than you and Miss Hinanai who might know the password? Nope. I keep important things in there, so I don't tell anyone else. So as long as she had no way of knowing how to open the safe, that means there's no way she could have been able to steal that suit. Okay, so just let me go back in there for a second. Just so I can tell me the experience. When the theft occurred, we were in the middle of a game. She had just left for the restroom. Right after she left the room, I was attacked from behind and passed out. Okay, so Tenshi walked out of the room, and then Notori was alone, and Notori was attacked. And then the suit was gone. Okay. That's important. So that's why we're blaming her, because she stepped out for a second. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Wish I... Come on. So what was the game they were playing? Old Maid? Shogi? By the way, what was the game you were playing at the time of the incident? We were playing Shogi. Ah, I knew it! Do you see the Shogi board over there? I do. Yes, I do. I'll be fine. I probably won't need a guide. Investigations are pretty self-explanatory, but it's only the first trial day. I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out, don't worry. But a shogi really something serious enough to bet on. Yeah, a serious game of shogi can last for hours. There were no special rules, just a normal game. The first to completely trap their opponent's king was the winner. In other words, if your king was trapped, you lost, otherwise known as checkmate. That sounds standard to me. There are other ways to play it, but then it would have taken even longer. It hasn't been touched since the theft, so all the pieces should still be where they were. By the way, who won the game? That would be me. It was that Celestial's first time playing shogi. She was surprisingly pretty good, but no match for me. So Miss Hina and I had never played shogi before. Nope. She seemed pretty self-confident, though. Yeah, that sounds like Tenshi. So it was you who won the game, just as I suspected. And then when Miss Hina and I realized that she had lost, she decided to steal the goods instead. If you're interested, you can check the shogi board. It should be clear as a crisp spring morning that I won. The shogi board, huh? Might as well check it out for now. Yeah, I have no idea how to play shogi, so I hope I can read this properly. This is the shogi board from the time of the incident. Click the upper side has the lower side beaten soundly. I want to ask someone who knows more about shogi, but Miss Kawashiro was the victim, so she thinks Miss Hina and I did it. Maybe I should ask a third party. Momiji should do nicely. Alright, well I guess I'll talk to... Oops. What's this? A paper lamp, bright, but it feels a little gloomy. Nothing else? Doesn't seem like it. I'll have to ask Momiji about that. I don't know shit about shogi. Same day, outside Notori's house. Oh, hello. What are you doing here, Yomu? Huh? Isn't that Miss Kompaku over there? Ah, she's gone. So much for that. I wonder what she was doing here. Ah, yeah. Huh, welcome back, Momiji. How's the investigation coming? Have you made any progress? Well, nothing in particular, really. Oh. So, what should we do now? I don't know. What do you think we should do? I don't know. Don't ask me. Ah, Momiji and Aya. Hi, Notori. Long time no see. Are you going somewhere? Yeah, just down to the SDM for a bit. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to lock the house while I'm gone. If you need anything, drop by later, okay? Okay, we will. Why are you going to the SDM? Because I'm now a key witness to a trial, dummy-dum. The SDM, now that I think of it, Detective Izayoi did mention something about already having evidence. Maybe I should ask her for more information. Yeah. Check the big water wheel. The water wheel turns with a powerful groaning. Sick wheel, bro. Wait, what about the buckets? The buckets filled with rainwater. I wonder what these are for. Maybe the murder weapon was in there. I didn't want to come here. No! Same day, SDM detention cell. Tenshi, you lied to me. Miss Hina and I must be in questioning. Oh well, let's come back later. I only come here so I can go to the parlor. It's been a while since I've been here. In fact, this is the first time I think I've ever been allowed to come here willingly. Every other time I've been forced here. Same day, SDM parlor. Ah, Detective Izayoi. I finally found you. Ah, Miss Shameimaru. Have you come to a decision? As I deny the claims that Miss Hina and I committed this crime, I have agreed to defend her. I see. In that case, I will continue with the necessary arrangements for the trial. You know, at the end of the day, we're all just having fun, I think. Yes, please. Speaking of the trial, I would appreciate it if you could give me some more details about the case. Very well. However, I think it might be best if you were unaware of such facts. So, how about we start with if Miss Hinanai was holding any incriminating evidence? As you wish. We don't know that much. We won't be able to defend her. And I'm positive the evidence will show up in court. Yeah, we get this music again. A little bit hardcore for just talking about evidence. So, what kind of concrete proof have you found? I searched the suspect soon after I arrested her, and made quite a few discoveries. What did you find exactly? First, I found this slip of paper in her right skirt pocket. What is this? Just a bunch of numbers here. I confirmed with Miss Kawashiro, and was informed that it was the password to her safe. What? So that would mean... It means that Miss Hinanai had accessibility to the contents of the safe. Oh. Well, one way out of this. 9987563. That's a really bad password. A paper with the password to the safe in Notori's house found in the right pocket of Tenshi's dress. Okay. How did she get that? And then this was discovered in her left skirt pocket. What is that? A bag? When I inquired with Miss Hinanai, she called it a pocket universe. An exceedingly elastic bag capable of containing anything. And then inside the bag I found this. It can't be! I don't believe it! Believe it. This is unmistakably the optical camouflage suit stolen from Miss Kawashiro's house. And Miss Hinanai was found holding it. How the what? There's no way she can talk her way out of this one. Good job. Stolen from the safe in Notori's storeroom, can render the wearer invisible. Found in the pocket universe in Tenshi's left pocket. Chat, imagine you have a pocket. In your left pocket, you pull out a pocket. And in that pocket, you pull out an item that is much bigger than your pocket. Because the pocket in your pocket is a big pocket, a universe pocket. In the pocket universe. What the fuck is this bullshit? She basically has an equivalent to a video game inventory. She has a video game inventory in her pocket where she can put anything in there. So you're convinced the only person who could be the thief is Miss Hinanai. Yeah, that's some pretty damning evidence. That's kind of like if you took the gun and with bloody handprint, like your hand was covered in blood, you took the gun and you pulled the trigger, and then you threw the gun on the ground, and then you spit on the guy, and then you wrote a message in your own blood saying, I did this, smiley face, and then you left, and then you get arrested. And it's like, well, Phoenix, how are you going to get out of this one? You can't. You can't do that. So you're convinced the only person who could be the thief is Miss Hinanai. Oh, maybe it would have been better off not knowing. That is the most incriminating shit possible. Not only did she have the ability to get the items, but she had the item itself on her persons. How did that even work? I'm unable to speak about that piece of evidence. I'm unable to speak about that piece of evidence. Tell me about this. I'm unable to speak. That's not evidence, dummy head. Well, that's interesting. Well. The SpongeBob bag carrying bags. Yeah, those things. Huh? Zip, 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 zip. Ah, it's you. So, were there any new developments? Yes, I suppose you could say that. Could you please be a little more specific? Miss Hinanai, do you mind if I ask you a quick question? I don't see why not. I have a lot of questions, actually. Didn't you come here with more information? Hurry up and tell me then. She won't even let me talk to her. This is what they found on you when you were arrested. What is that? Paper. Paper? There's nothing but numbers written on it. The numbers written on this piece of paper are the password to Miss Kawashiro's safe. Really? And at the time of the incident, Miss Kawashiro's invention was stored inside the safe. So what are you trying to say? I'm saying it was possible for you to have opened the safe and steal Miss Kawashiro's invention. What? I don't see how that is proof I actually did steal it. I worry about you, kid. I really do. Miss Hinanai, this was found on you when you were arrested. That's one of Miss Kawashiro's inventions. It's called an optical camouflage suit. With this, it's possible to make yourself invisible. Really? Please don't act like you don't know what this is. Isn't this what Miss Kawashiro bid for your little game? And then it went missing afterwards. Tenshi, you're really not helping your case. Appearing later in your pocket. I didn't know it was in there. And I don't know how it got there. You knew the password? That means you could have opened the safe. And then they found the optical camouflage suit from the safe in your pocket. No matter how you look at it, you must be the criminal. Oh. Do you finally understand your situation now, Miss Hinanai? But that can't be right. I didn't do it. Miss Hinanai, at this point in time, you are highly suspicious. Even I, as your defense attorney, cannot disagree entirely. What are you saying? Aren't you supposed to be on my side? Are you just gonna abandon me? I am a defense attorney. It is a defense attorney's job to believe in their client to the bitter end. However, you lied to me. It was Miss Kawashiro who actually won the bet. I apologize. I just thought if I told you that I lost, then you would become even more suspicious of me. Please don't feel that way. If you tell the truth, everything will work out fine in the end. So, do you swear that you absolutely did not steal anything? Yes, I swear I did nothing. So please, don't abandon me. If you do, then no one else will believe me. Chat, she's sad. We almost have an emote of this face. It's actually kind of close to it. That's impressive. Speaking of that one, I actually know where that one's from. I know where the source of that image. She's crying because the head of her doll fell off. It's a sad image. Yamero! It seems you finally understand your situation. Everything's made okay then, though, because the doll is fixed up and she stops crying. Seems you finally understand. Do not worry. I will continue to believe in you and defend your innocence. Thank goodness. While this could just be an act, I can't say for sure. But now that she's completely humbled herself, I doubt she'll even consider lying to me anymore. There's just gotta be another side to this case. Miss Hinanai, I have another question for you. During the time of the incident, did you go to the restroom? That's likely where you were at the time, so do you remember anything after that? I don't remember much. I was suddenly accosted from behind, and then I lost consciousness. But I faintly recall smelling something sweet then. A sweet smell. Miss Kawashiro said the same thing, didn't she? She did. Well, she said she smelled something. But I couldn't quite tell what it was. I don't know what it was I smelled either. You don't say. So, I guess that means you also have no idea what the face of your assailant looked like. No, the light bulb was out, and it was so dark. I couldn't make out their face at all. I had a candle with me, but... Light bulb. It's one of the Kappa's inventions. It uses electricity to create light. It's just that at the time, it wasn't working. Tenshi's statement added to the court record. When Tenshi went to the restroom, it was dark because the light bulb in the storeroom was out, so she brought a candle with her. Wasn't the room where you were playing shogi also dark? There's a paper lamp there. We had a lantern lit, but it was still a little dark. If this is all we can get, we won't have a leg to stand on in court. Which means our final hope right now rests on what happened during the game that night. Miss Kawashiro should be back by now. Let's get Momiji to look at take a look at the shogi board. Alright. Rare footage of people feeling bad for Tenshi. Tenshi has always been a character who gets what she deserves. But right now, she doesn't deserve this. So we gotta help her out. Still working hard, Miss Shameimaru. I have to. Once I decide to defend someone, I must work tirelessly for their sake. But you're still in a pretty sticky situation. Well, no one ever said it would be easy. Alright, let's take a look at the board. So this is the shogi board from last night. Doesn't look like the king has a way out. Just to be certain, which side was yours, Miss Kawashiro? I was the upper side, and she was the lower side. Which is, to put it simply, the side closest to the door was mine. So you're saying Miss Hina and I lost? Of course. Even though she said she won, she never stood a chance, did she? I know how you feel, but by looking at this board, it's obvious Miss Hina and I was completely beaten. Notori is the clear winner here. I better take a picture of this board. There's a chance it might come in handy later. Oh no. Shogi board photo out of the court record. A picture of the shogi board taken at Notori's house. No one's touched it since the theft occurred. With nowhere else to move, Tenshi has lost. She got checkmated, okay. So since Miss Hina and I lost the bet, that could be seen as a motive. If this keeps up, we're going to lose the trial just as badly. This must be pretty hard for you, Miss Shameimaru. This is way more than must be. It is. Actually, I just came up with an idea, but I don't know if it'll really help you or anything. That doesn't sound comforting, but who knows? Tell me the plan. So what was your idea? Well, I was going to show you how Kappa technology could help your investigation. Zavari! It's called forensics. Oh no, are we luminol testing? Forensics? That sounds rather impressive. I don't even know what it means, but it must be incredible. Haha, it's not that big of a deal. Let me give you a primer. Actually, when they brought back the trial system, they were planning on putting me in charge of forensic investigation anyway. Miss Knowledge read about it in a book somewhere, so she asked me to handle it. I get all the data related to the case and take it down to SDM. That's amazing! However, I haven't been able to get much data, since I haven't been able to do much investigation, but they said they wanted me to bring them what I had so far earlier. Luminol testing is a thing, and yeah. Forensics investigation, like you can luminol test and you can dust for fingerprints and shit like that. So you can do that, and then you have to do fingerprint scanning for stuff. That's a big thing in Rise from the Ashes, because it was specifically added for the DS version, and I guess the WiiWare version too. That's why you had to leave. Exactly. Of course, we're probably not going to be doing luminol testing, because luminol is used for finding blood. That's been wiped away. You can find traces of blood with that. I don't think we're gonna find traces of blood anywhere. No one got brained. Of course, they told me not to let you in on it, but I think Tenshi is guilty anyway, so I don't think they'll mind. At least, I don't think you'll find anything that will hurt the prosecution's case. I guess it's true that even with science, we won't be able to do much. I don't even know how it works myself, but we're in trouble regardless. Let's go outside for a bit. I can give you a front row seat to the spectacle of forensics. Alright, sure. Teach me how to science. After this red text. Any day now. That was fast. Look at me. What a terrible character. What a stupid case. Mask to mask. Yes, we're at a loss for time, so we're trying to find leads as quickly as possible. In that case, I'll show you how much the power of science can help. Music's changed. Alright, show me. Show me what you got. So will forensics help us find solid evidence? You bet. For now, let's try identifying these footprints. I recognize this theme, but I can't place it. Identifying footprints? That stage, is that Minariko's theme? Or is that the stage 1 theme? It's not Hina's theme, I know that. And it's definitely not Dark Road. Oh, it's UFO stage 1? Oh. I just changed the beat. Why UFO though? I assumed since we're on the mountain, it would be Mountain of Fate. It's a tiny, tiny, clever commander. Oh. Or Nazarin's theme. Forgot about that one. There are so many themes in UFO that are really, really good that I tend to forget about hers. Like Kogasa's theme, Ichiden's theme, Murasa's theme, Sho's theme, Nue's theme, Byakuren's theme. They're all super high quality. I really like those themes. Nazarin's theme isn't bad, but it doesn't stick out like those ones in my opinion. Yeah, that's right. Don't you remember? It was absolutely pouring last night. That's why the ground's all muddy. Ah, that's how Momiji got dirty earlier. Ah! Don't just blurt it out like that, Aya. Hahaha, I could see that happening to you. Anyway, since the ground is soft, anyone who walks on it will leave footprints. Now I'm starting to understand. This might be fun. The stage 1 boss theme that sticks out to me the most is probably Rumia's. Just because I've heard it so much. That said, the stage 1 theme of 10 Desires is fantastic. I really like that theme. Just tell me what footprints you want to identify. I'll make a mold of the print. Actually, no, I take that back. My favorite stage 1 boss theme is Eternity Larva's theme. That's my favorite. Rumi is one I definitely recognize, though. I'll make a mold of the print so you can compare it to the person who you think it belongs to. If there's a match, it'll become evidence. But there are only 2 sets that really stand out to me. What do you mean 2 sets, Aya? What do you mean 2 sets? There's a lot going on here. Oh, I'm doing this. This footprint, please. Leave it to me. Here you go. All done. That's Momiji's. Oh god, now we know what Momiji's feet look like. So that's hers. Comparing feet. Oh, this is great. Somebody's gonna love this. A perfect match. It's a match. These look like Notorious footprints to me. I ran outside soon after I woke up. It's when I found footprints leading away from my house, so I followed them as fast as I could. This must be the footprints from that time. Notorious footprints out of the court record? Okay. Footprints left by Notorious, found near your house. Looked like they were made on chasing the thief after they left the crime scene. Okay. And then these are Tenshi's boots for sure. This footprint, please. Leave it to me. Here you go. All done. Yeah, so those are Tenshi's. She's got boots. Tenshi wears boots. It's a match. Looks like these are Miss Hinanai's footprints. And unless she was walking backwards, they're from when she was running away from my house. But when she came into my house, it wasn't raining yet, so there shouldn't be any prints anyway. Tenshi's footprints found in Notorious' house. Judging by the direction, they were made when leaving the crime scene. That's not good. None of these footprints seem terribly helpful. But if we give up here, then Miss Hinanai will be found guilty. Even if you say that, we've got done all we can. Whatever. Let's take another good hard look at for the prints. I see one there, Chad. I see it. Well, I thought I saw it anyway. Who's this? Hmm? This is... What is it, Aya? I found a footprint hidden by the grass. I never expected a footprint here. You're amazing, Aya. Nothing escapes your sharp eyes. Yeah. Well, I am a reporter, after all. So, take it from here, Miss Kawashiro. Okay, sure thing. Here you go. Whose feet are those? Not yours, not yours, not yours. Yomu's feet. Why do we have Yomu's feet in our database? I mean, Yomu was here earlier. Why was Yomu here, though? This is... What's the matter, Aya? Whose footprint is it? It's Miss Kompaku's. What? What is her footprint doing here? Oh, now I remember. Huh? What is it? The thing is, Yomo asked me to repair her broken alarm clock earlier. And it just so happened that she was going to pick it up on the day of the theft. I had no idea. But then, I don't think it has anything to do with the case. But the weird thing is, she never showed up. Huh? She never came to your house. Oh, yeah, Aya's shoes have one impossibly large tooth that only Tengu can stand on. That's what makes her so talented. Nope! Maybe she didn't want to disturb our match. She's a pretty serious girl. Now that you mention it, I think I saw her here earlier. She appeared rather upset about something. She was restless and couldn't seem to calm down. Oh, really? It's rather unusual not to see her composed. What? So Yomo was hero today? Yes, just a little while ago, in fact. Really? I wonder why she didn't come inside. What? She didn't visit you this time either? Nope. That seems suspicious to me. Yomu's footprint. A footprint left by Yomu found near Notorious' house. While she was supposed to visit Notori to pick up the repaired alarm clock the day of the crime, she never showed up. Okay. Still, we haven't found any other evidence that ties her to the case. Not to mention we don't know her motive. That is certainly true. So, should I show you the safe? I think it'd be a good idea to inspect the scene of the crime. Really? You'd be fine with that? Sure. We're getting a lot of evidence here. Uh-oh. Back into the house. Oh, never mind. Notori's storeroom. Nice. Nice storeroom. I like how she has tomatoes. What is that, beans? Is that beans back there? So strictly speaking, this would be the scene of the crime. There isn't much time until the trial starts, Aya. Let's investigate this room as fast as we can. No, I must know about the beans. We barely have time to investigate this. Oh, whoops. I can't check them out? Man, but I'm so interested. Miss Kawashiro, what is this? Oh, that. It's called a light bulb. It uses electricity to shine light. Did Miss Hinanai mention something like that? She did? Yes, she said that after she went to the restroom, it was pitch black back here. That's weird, but this is the only room with a light bulb. Why? The storeroom is also my workspace. Even if I use candles and stuff, it's still too dark at night, so I use the light bulb. But it uses a lot of electricity, so I don't use them in any other room. I don't think Tenshi should have needed to use the light bulb when she went to the restroom. So what exactly went on in here? Tomatoes? Nice recycling can. Big gears. Isn't this gear out of place? Oh, right. That's because of the downpour from yesterday. Too much water will do that? Well, this gear generates electricity. It's connected to the water wheel outside, so when the water wheel turns, it makes the gear turn too. That generates electricity. It's just that heavy rain really increases the flow of water. If the water wheel spins too fast, it puts too much stress on the generating gear, and it'll get all out of whack. Well, if you knew that could happen, why didn't you try to make the gear stronger? It's almost the rainy season, you know. Well, I can't say you're wrong, but the water wheel is practically brand new. I was going to use a turbine to make use of the geyser from the Chitiden incident, but the black-white magician said that a water wheel was the way to go. Okay. I thought it probably would be more efficient, so I decided to try it out. Besides, I only just noticed this problem recently. I was wanting to fix it, but between preparing the forensic investigation and making my optical camo suit, I've been busy. This is the same optical camouflage suit that was stolen, right? Yeah, you got it. And then there's everyone asking me to fix whatever they have that needs fixing. Things like Yomu's alarm clock and the kitchen furnace at the Hakude Shrine. That's why I haven't had time to get around to the gear problem. I see. So basically, whenever there's a downpour, the electricity stops. Yeah, that's about right. Wait a minute. I thought you had a backup battery somewhere. Yeah, of course I do, but it's all used up. Used up? What does that mean? Whenever the electric current falls below the normal level, the backup battery makes up for it. Was that a little too complicated? Let's just say, even if the water wheel isn't generating the normal amount of electricity, it's no big deal. Also, sometimes I'll end up needing more electricity than the water wheel can generate. So by using the backup battery, I can use a bunch of electrical tools at once. Yeah, Chiriden is the name for subterranean animism, and Chiriden is also the name of the Earth Spirit Palace. But it's one of those things where we refer to it by its English name in the Western fandom. It's weird because we refer to Hakugokuro as Hakugokuro, but when it comes to Chiriden, we refer to it as the Palace of the Earth Spirits. Maybe just because it's just, I don't know, maybe it's easier. Some things stick like that, like Aente. Aente is something that we refer to. We refer to that place as Aente, but you can break that up as a different word. So sometimes we just use the Japanese names, and other times we just use the English translated names. It's weird. House of Eternity. Yeah, but instead of calling it the House of Eternity, we refer to the Aente, which, fine by me. I see. But the weather forecast yesterday said that there was a low chance of rain, and that if it did rain, it wouldn't be hard enough to mess up my generator. So I ended up using way too much electricity and left myself in the dark. I didn't notice my backup battery was used up until I finished working on Yomu's clock yesterday. I figured it would recharge in 2 or 3 days, but then all of a sudden it started pouring buckets. Sounds like quite a predicament. So that means you're completely out of electricity right now. Why haven't you put the gear back in place? The police said they wanted to preserve the scene of the crime. So in some ways, I guess it's a good thing. It's definitely a lot more to this case than meets the eye. And if I don't figure it all out soon, dislodged gear information. The gear that generates electricity connected to the water wheel at Notori's house, dislodged due to the rain and fell the night on the theft, and since then Notori's house has been without power. Okay, I see. And of course the safe. This is where the camouflage suit was stored. Huh? Nothing's happening. Oh yeah, it's because the electricity is out right now. It's powered by electricity. Yep, it's an electrical safe. That's not real. If there's no electricity, I can't open or close it. The electricity is carried from the generator through the wire here. And it looks like the safe has a clock in it too. That's right, I installed a clock so I could record the times when the safe is opened or closed. Oh boy, numbers games. See ya. If there's no electricity, the clock will stop. But if there's no electricity, then the safe won't open. 10:23. That must be the instant the electricity stopped. We started our game at exactly 10 o'clock last night. And then about 20 minutes later, the electricity was cut off somehow. By the way, why play a game so late at night? I was busy all morning that day because Yomu asked me to fix her alarm clock. I would have been okay with waiting until the next day, but Tenshi really wanted to start right away. I didn't see any other choice, so I told her 10 o'clock was fine. Miss Hinanai sure seems to be the impatient type. Safe information out of the court record. Where the optical camouflage suit was stored at the time of the theft requires electricity to open and close. The analog clock attached to the front stopped at 10:23. The floor seems kind of damp here. It looks like it. Maybe the rain blew in here. If so, doesn't that strike you as odd that it's only wet around here? That does seem a little strange, yes. But we don't have much time to thoroughly investigate why. Actually, I want to know why the floor was wet too, so I checked it out earlier. Looks like it's made of saliva. What? So this could be anyone's. You mean you just have saliva on your floor for a whole day and it's still wet? The fuck? Yeah, but one person came to mind right away. When I went to the SDM earlier, I took a sample from her and compared it to the one here. Don't tell me Mei Ling drooled on the floor. So, when you said her, you mean... That's right, it's Tenshi's. What? Tenshi drooled on the floor. Just as I thought. Saliva pool information added to the court record. A small puddle left behind on the floor in front of the safe in the Tori's storeroom proved to be Tenshi's upon examination. For fuck's sakes. But thinking about it normally, it doesn't seem likely that the thief would do be someone who drools a lot. I wonder what happened that made her salivate like this. I'm not sure. But sometimes when you nod off at your desk while writing an article, a little will spill out. You stupid dog! No one needed to hear that. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry! Oh, come on. You don't need to grab her tongue like that. Just calm down, you two. Ah, yes. Classic wolf's tongue. Grr. Why would Miss Hina and I doze off in a place like this anyway? I guess you're right. I'm really very sorry. Wait a minute. Come to think of it. I don't remember much. I was suddenly accosted from behind and then I lost consciousness. But I faintly recall smelling something sweet then. If what Miss Hina and I said is true, that might explain the saliva. Aya, it's almost time. Looks like this is all the evidence we could gather. But we still haven't found out why Miss Konpaku was wandering around here. All the evidence, not to mention the motives, is just too vague. It looks like we're going to have a difficult time fighting the prosecution as always. Just what is Miss Konpaku's connection to this case? Okay. May 14th, 1:57 p.m. Defendant's waiting room. Why is she tall? Now see here. What is it? Can't you see we're in the middle of wallowing in the hopelessness of our situation? Stop being so negative. And can someone start a conversation already? The silence is just making us even more nervous. She stood on a rock. So wallow some more. That should calm you down. Enough joking. Now, let's all just try to cheer up. I will pull through somehow. I just know it. That's not exactly comforting. Maybe if you didn't do so many incriminating activities, this wouldn't be so difficult. You ever think of that? I guess it's no surprise that even Miss Hina and I is starting to break down. The trial is about to start. I hope you'll be okay. Just do something. You should be more specific when you boss others around. Same day, 2 p.m. Tokyo courtroom. Oh. I knew it. I knew there was going to be some kind of reveal. Also, that, the jury there actually sounded like they do in Phoenix Wright, so that's neat. The trial of Miss Tenshi Hinanai is now in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is prepared as well, naturally. So Ramilia is back up. Yeah, the gallery, not the jury. Ramilia is back in command. Huh? Wait, why isn't Miss Knowledge the prosecutor? I seem to recall Miss Patchouli Knowledge being in charge of this case. Am I wrong? Patch remained awake all last night reading. When we checked on her this morning, she was fast asleep. Book still in hand. I felt too insensitive to wake her up, so I will be taking her place. Just what was that witch up to? Very well. Please give your opening statement then. Yes, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Tenshi Hinanai, stands accused of stealing an optical camouflage suit from Miss Notori Kawashiro's house on May 13th around 10:30 p.m. and fleeing the premises. At the time of the theft, she also assaulted Miss Kawashiro, rendering her unconscious. Prosecution seeks charges of assault with intent of larceny. Oh, that right there is the thumbnail. Pointing Ramilia. Yeah. I do not understand the relationship between the defendant and the victim. which means I am unable to determine a motive. The defendant seems to have taken up gambling recently. Gambling, meaning a wagered competition. Precisely. The losing party would give up ownership of whatever they wagered to the winning side. And it seems that the defendant had yet to lose. Until now. So you are saying that this is her first defeat? Yes. So she stole the suit out of a rage in the spur of the moment. Seems rather plausible to me. Seems only right to refer to such an act as egotistical. And this is Tenshi we're talking about. This isn't good at all. Looks like she's getting a bad impression of Miss Hina and I right from the start. Until now, huh? The scene of the crime was Miss Kadoshiro's house, and at the time of the theft, only she and Miss Hina and I were present. And while the victim was unconscious, the optical camouflage suit disappeared along with the defendant. That would be sufficiently suspicious. And furthermore, when the defendant was arrested and searched, the stolen suit was found on her person in one of her pockets. I see no further need for deliberation. Now hold on there. But no one saw Miss Hina and I in the act of stealing. That's why we can't say for sure that she's the criminal. All the current evidence says she did. The prosecution is quite correct. I believe we had no need for further dispute. However, trials must be fair and balanced. At the very least, we should have a witness testify. Well, I suppose I can oblige that much. So the prosecution would like to call Miss Tenshi Hinanai to the stand. The defendant? Well, I'll make it quick. Surely you can't be serious. How would cross-examining our own client help us? Well, it's not supposed to help you. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Yeah, whatever. The way I see it, being hesitant to cross-examine your own client means that you yourself doubt her innocence. Well, actually, you truly believe she is innocent, then you should not have any complaints whatsoever. Ugh. Fine then. The defense allows the defendant to testify. Bailiff, bring the defendant here. Oh boy. Now then. Now then, defendant. Start with your name and occupation. What? Haven't you been calling me by name all this time? And are you all unaware of my prestigious lineage? Oh my god. If you were on trial right now, I would keep your emotions in check if I were you. It is simply the rules of this courtroom. Celestials should be accustomed to following rules. How utterly preposterous. I can't believe I'm being dragged into this. It just keeps getting worse. And if we don't calm her down, who knows for how long she'll rant. Miss Hina and I, please just relax. We will prove your innocence, so if you would please obey the rules for now. Fine. My name is Tenshi Hinanai with a silent W. I'm a Celestial. Well, there you go, chat. That pretty much explains it. So now we know with a shadow of a doubt. Her name is Tenshi Hinanai. No W. No W there. Is that acceptable? That was exceptional for you. Grr. Don't make a fool out of me. You have no need to worry about me doing any such thing. You seem to be doing well enough on your own. Oh. Good grief. This is not going to be easy. I would like for her to testify as soon as possible, if you please. Witness, please speak of whatever you wish. Shed some light inside your cranial cavity for us. Wow, you have got some levels of smug I didn't think were possible to obtain. Miss Hina and I think it's okay for you to be mad now. Here we go. Tenshi's story. Yes, I did place a bet with the Kappa that day for her invention. But I did it purely for the sport of gambling. I stole nothing. Besides, I never went anywhere near the room with the safe. Oh, why do I have to contradict this? So you still claim your innocence? Of course I do. I have from the very beginning. Well, there was no apparent lie to your testimony. But let's take a closer look, shall we? Lies? You think I would lie? You think someone would just do that? Go up on the podium under oath and tell lies? What do you think this is? Perhaps, but it is not my role to decide. That would be your defense attorney's. Vermilia has been studying this shit, or she's just a natural-born egotist, and she just knows exactly what buttons to press. What does that mean? All testimony must be cross-examined by the defense. Cross-examined? Think of it as testing the quality of your testimony. A testimony of poor quality is riddled with lies. So, if there were any lies in your testimony, the defense will expose them. No. Is that true? How did you think this worked? Unfortunately, it is. I am now going to cross-examine you and reveal any lies within your testimony. Lies? But you said in the holding cell that you were defending me because you trusted me. Was that a lie? No, that's why I can cross-examine you. Just bear with me, Miss Hinanai. If you were lying, I still have to prove it. And now I have to do it, but every other case it was like, Aya, are you sure you want to do this? Doesn't seem like a good idea. And now it's like, well, Aya, this is probably the worst case scenario for you, so you better get on that shit. Yes, I did place a bet with the Kappa for the day. Alright, let's press everything. Press everything. And this invention was the optical camouflage suit, correct? Yes, that's correct. The game you played was shogi. Is that also correct? Yes, it is. And when you couldn't win your prize, you decided to steal it instead. Please don't make presumptuous statements. Sooner or later, you will come to agree with me. Sooner or later. She got some confidence. But I did it purely for the sport of gambling. I stole nothing. I appreciate Ramilia's confidence, I do. It's gonna make it all the better when I break her charisma. So you gamble simply for the sport of it. Of course, it's how I like to kill time. Nice expression. It really is quite boring up in the heavens. And there are so many things you can only obtain here on the surface. So is this what they call gambling addiction? Addiction is a horrible condition. It makes one remain fixated on a certain activity, and before long, they're committing crimes. They stop at nothing to obtain whatever it is they're after. Please stop vilifying Miss Hinanai. That does strike me as unfair. My apologies. How thoughtless of me. Besides, I never went anywhere near the room with the safe. Oh no. Is this safe where the optical camouflage suit was being stored? What other safes were there? If you did not go near the safe, then you could not have stolen the suit. Is that what you mean? That's what I've been saying the whole time. Unfortunately, I know that's not the case. The whole purpose of this cross-examination is to expose lies, even if they're my own clients. Aya, what do you think about her testimony? The phrase, pack of lies, comes to mind. Is it really that bad? I wouldn't say a pack, maybe just one or two. But it doesn't change the fact that she's lying. And if I don't expose her lies, we can't move on. I know where she's lying at, chat. Yeah, yes. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. And now I present to you your own drool. Unfortunately, that statement doesn't hold up, Miss Hinanai. What did you just say? Someone left traces of saliva in front of the safe. And upon Miss Kawashiro's investigation, it's been confirmed that it was you. So you're saying that the defendant left traces of her presence at the crime scene. Exactly. So, Miss Hinanai, do you still insist that you never set foot in the storeroom? Oh no. I don't want to make her cry. She does deserve a good smack upside the head, but come on. The defense attorney cornered her own client. That Celestial was behind the earthquake incident, right? With a rap sheet like that, defending her must be pretty tough. There's plenty of evidence proving she did it. Even the defense attorney seems to agree. Order in the court. But you said you believed me. I didn't say I would believe your lies. Miss Hinanai, please tell the truth. It's true. I did enter the storeroom. But it has nothing to do with the incident itself. Why do you say so? The only time I went into the room was when the Kappa and I placed our bids in the safe. That's why. And you were so anticipating your victory that you were salivating. That's... She's still hiding something. This might not help our cause for the moment, but I can't overlook this. Miss Hinanai, you're still hiding something, aren't you? What are you insinuating? I am not! At the very least, you have yet to explain the saliva. That means you are still hiding something. But is this matter truly important? It seems like it would be detrimental to your case. She's right. You know it proves that Miss Hinanai entered the storeroom. That is indeed true. But since we don't yet know what exactly happened in the storeroom, all we can do is ask her. But doesn't it seem like a dangerous gamble? I'm sure Miss Hinanai has seen worse odds. You've got to know when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em. And now is no time to fold. But the spread looks terrible. If she is truly innocent, we won't go bust. What did Tenshi wager? We don't actually know. She just said she wagered some item of heaven. Now, answer the question, Miss Hinanai. Why did you leave saliva at the scene of the crime? Oh, this is Tenshi's theme. Hold on, that's a jam. That's because someone put me to sleep. Tenshi's theme was so good. And when I came to, I found myself in the storeroom. Who is this someone? I don't know. But I'm positive there was someone else there in the house besides the two of us. I saw a light coming from the storeroom when I went to the restroom, but no one should have been in there. Maybe Miss Kawashiro forgot to put it out. No, nothing like that. I remember her turning the light off when we left the storeroom. Sorry, but there is a clear contradiction in your testimony. What? You shouldn't have seen the light coming from the storeroom. So how does this prove that she couldn't have seen the light? Because the power was out! Maybe I should try reporter's intuition next time. What? Oh. The safe. Yomu's footprint. I mean, her own statement. Her own damn statement. Oh. I'm gonna defend myself and say that using the gear, which explains that no power was there. You know, whatever. Whatever. I'll take the penalty. You said it yourself, didn't you, Miss Hinanai? At that time, the light bulb wasn't working. Oh. But you're talking about the light bulb. I saw candlelight. But that brings up yet another contradiction. What do you mean? At that time, you believed that the light bulb was out. So how did you know it was candlelight without going into the room? Well, it was connected to the light in the restroom. So if that was out, then the other light was obviously out too. However, Miss Kawashiro has stated that the only room in her house with a light bulb is the storeroom. No! I'm getting closer. Just what are you hiding? Miss Hinanai, are you trying to hide? the presence of a third person, her theft of the suit, she didn't go to the restroom. That you didn't go to the restroom. What is that supposed to mean? Obviously that she didn't go where she was testifying. What are you saying? I'm saying that what you will not. At the time of the incident, you only pretended to go to the restroom. You actually went to the storeroom. What was that? Ah! So we agree with the defense for once. The defendant went to the storeroom and proceeded with her plans to thieve the camouflage suit. Thieve? The act of stealing? Thieve? Alright, sure. Hold on, chat. My throat is incredibly dry. I need to get some water. Be right back. Oh, God. Damn it, I hate when that happens. The defense only agrees with the fact that she went to the storeroom. It's close enough. However, Miss Hinanai claims that there was a third party present. Yeah, it does happen. Because usually the defendant is called to the stand because they have to give their own testimony. And you have to cross-examine them, even if they are your witness. They make you do it. It tends to happen in the first case because since there's no investigation period, you're only given a set number of players to work with. So they make you use your own defendant. In that case, the prosecution requests evidence. Evidence? Speaking of which, the prosecution would like to present more evidence proving the defendant's guilt. There's more evidence? Yes, I've decided it's time to put the final nail on the coffin. Nail on the coffin? I guess it does have a certain impact coming from a vampire. Now's not the time to care about that. Things are about to go from bad to worse. What evidence would that be, Miss Scarlet? Please see for yourself, Your Honor. Is that perfume? When the defendant was searched, this was discovered in the same pocket as the paper with the safe combination. But this perfume bottle contained not perfume, but a powerful sleeping medicine. What? What did you say? Not just a stolen suit, but sleeping medicine too? That Celestial has got to be guilty. They already know she's the thief. How long are they planning on dragging out this trial? Order! Jeez. Dust in my throat or something. So this proves that the defendant challenged the victim intending to steal all along. I believe you would not be mistaken in thinking so. Just a whiff of this and it's off to dreamland. Perfume bottle out of the court record. Found in the right pocket of Tenshi's skirt, contains a sleeping medicine that works merely by inhalation. Oh, oops, wrong button. I don't know who set this up, but they're a fucking mastermind. It should prove the defendant's guilt beyond a shadow of a doubt. Please wait a moment, Miss Scarlet. You failed to inform me of such important evidence when I visited earlier. This is a textbook example of concealing information. The contents of the bottle were still under examination when you visited. At that time, it was still ordinary perfume. We had yet to determine if it was related to this case. There was a very real possibility it was just one of her personal belongings. But did it really take that long to examine the contents of the bottle? We wanted to leave the analysis to an expert, one Miss Kawashiro. She's not yet part of our organization, though, so any information gleaned from her investigation takes a moderate amount of time to reach us. This isn't good, Aya. Sleeping medicine in a perfume bottle. I seem to remember you mentioning that Notori said she smelled something sweet. And that the perfume bottle being found on Miss Hinanai on top of that... Wait, what is this? Does everyone find abusing me like this that much fun? Oh, no. No, I wouldn't particularly call this abuse. Oh, no, she's crying! No! Miss Hinanai. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You made her cry. It's no use. She won't listen to us like this. What should we do? She just won't talk to us anymore. If she keeps this up, it'll all be over. What a bother. Maybe I should bring this trial to an end already. Damn, you are heartless. No, it can't end yet. Not like this. I will now hand down my verdict. You gotta love when a moment in what you're doing is so perfect for an emote you have that your entire chat can just, for a moment, be that emote. That's the level of usability I want my emotes to reach. If only once in their life, or even just a certain situation, if they can find themselves in a place where they can be spammed and it makes sense, that is good. Miss Hinanai, how long do you plan to keep crying? Turtle time will have its day again. I hope so. I really do. If you won't testify anymore, you're going to be found guilty. Do you want that? No, I don't. But no matter what I say, no one seems to believe me. I'm being called a criminal. What? You are mistaken, Miss Hinanai. Eh? I said before, I would continue to believe in and defend you until the end. But how am I supposed to defend a client who won't believe in me? You believe in me? You really truly believe in me? Of course I do. If I didn't, I would have walked out the door the second you started bawling. That was amazing, Aya. I do this all for the Shameimaru. But that is less amazing. Okay then, I'll believe in you. So what should I testify about? Tell us exactly what happened at the time of the crime. Everything. Okay, I will. It doesn't matter what you do now. The outcome will be the same regardless. Please wait until after my cross-examination before you say that. If I can't find any new information this time, I will accept that Miss Hinanai is guilty. So please allow her to testify one more time. Very well. However, I will hold you to your word. If you can't bring any new facts to light, I will immediately hand down my verdict. That is acceptable, Your Honor. Now, witness, your final testimony, if you please. It's impossible to prove the presence of a third party at this point in time. It all depends on what comes up in her testimony. The first thing we did that night was lock up our bets in the safe that was in the storeroom. We returned to the main room and started our game. As for the game, well, it looked like I was going to lose. Then I decided to check the storeroom for a moment. I brought a lit candle with me since the light bulb was out, but then someone attacked me from behind and I was out myself. When I regained consciousness, I saw the safe had been opened and the contents vanished. I was so scared I ran off without thinking. One-shot failure. Yeah, there are some instances in Ace Attorney where you pretty much have to do or die. They're usually at the end of the game. The end of the game is like, you basically just pick between two options. One gives you a bad ending, one gives you the not bad ending. And then there are some things where the penalty is literally your entire health bar, so you don't get to make a mistake. And this time, you are telling the truth. God, my voice. Of course, I didn't bend it even a little. There are two important parts in her testimony. First, the fact that the defendant lost. Second, the fact that she felt inclined to check the storeroom. By these 2 points alone, it is hard to say she is not suspicious. I got dry lung. Chill out there, Remy. But she said she was assaulted from behind and lost consciousness. That is merely the defendant's statement. But proving its validity is your job, Miss Defense Attorney. Please begin your cross-examination. If I can't prove there was someone else there... Alright. Time to press. The first thing we did tonight... Alright, let's get all the information we can. Don't lie to me, Tenshi. It was the first time you entered the storeroom. That's right. I saw the Kappa lock our bets in the safe. We were in the main room, so neither of us could have touched them. Well, that was before the incident occurred. The vampire is not making things any easier. We returned to the main room and started our game. Was this your first time playing shogi, Miss Hinanai? Yes, it was. But I had a good grasp of the rules, and I believed I could have won. So then, what was the outcome of said game? As for the game, well, it looked like I was going to lose. Going to lose? Yes, because we weren't able to finish our game. What? Just what is that supposed to mean? I went to the storeroom in the middle of the game, so the game never truly ended. I don't think Miss Hinanai is lying now, but I get the feeling there's something else she's hiding. But I was just about to stage a comeback. Oh, I wonder where she gets all that self-confidence. A comeback? Was it even possible? We know it wasn't. I'll make the, let's present the shogi board, I guess. Yeah. We can jump the gun on this one a bit. Miss Hinanai, I understand how you feel, but I would appreciate it if you would confirm your testimony from you one more time. What is it this time? I told you I'm telling the truth. Yes, but there are still a number of contradictions. Contradictions, you say? First, this photo of the shogi board from after the incident. According to Miss Kawashiro, no one touched the board after the theft, so the result is as you see. Just by looking at the board, it is clear that the game has ended. No! Which means, Miss Hinanai, you weren't about to lose. In fact, you had already lost. Impossible! Why lie about this, Tenshi? Why? You're making this so much harder on yourself. Order in the court. Defendant, you still have the gall to lie? Please wait! That can't be right. That's because the game had not yet ended. You don't want to admit that you lost, so you keep making these pathetic excuses. Why won't you just accept it? You did not win. No, that's not it at all. We truly didn't finish our game. So please look at this photo again. Were these pieces all in the same row at the time of the theft? Well, I don't remember exactly. But I'm positive the board wasn't like that at all. If you still doubt me, ask the Kappa about it too. Somehow I don't see how this is one of the defendant's usual lies. No. Especially because it's coming from her. I do doubt those words. She's merely so deluded that she is believing her own falsifications. Incorrect, Miss Scarlet. It is true that there is a contradiction between Miss Hinanai's testimony and this photo. But there is a reason for this contradiction. I'm sure the answer will come to you if you think about it. Yes, the answer is that the defendant's words are never to be trusted. But there is one more answer besides that. After the two of them lost consciousness, someone else moved the pieces. Doesn't that seem possible? Meaning, the presence of a third party. Exactly, Your Honor. If the defendant isn't lying and someone did move the pieces, it could have been her or Miss Kawashiro. For what reason would they do such a thing? Doesn't look like I know. But regardless, it doesn't prove the existence of a third party in the least. I have to agree. Your basis for your argument thus far is unfortunately weak. Return to your cross-examination once again. Yes, Your Honor. But that's one possibility. If we can point out one more. First thing we did that night. Oh, so there's more. There's more to expose in here. Okay, I see. We returned to the room and started our game. Oh, looked like I was going to lose in the photo. We weren't able to finish our match. So that's changed. This has now changed. It seems that you don't remember the board as it is in the photo. Yes, I'm absolutely sure of what I saw. But that still doesn't prove the existence of a third party. We can point out one more thing that does. Then I decided to check the storeroom for a moment. Why? Because it started raining all of a sudden. Why would the rain make you go to the storeroom? What I had bid was a treasure that could create rainstorms, so I thought someone couldn't have stolen it, could they? At first, I tried to ignore it, but I couldn't help being worried. So you went to check on the safe. Yes. I brought a lit candle with me since the light bulb was out, but then someone attacked me from behind and I was out myself. Now that you mention it, how did you know about the light bulb in the first place? I have no idea what it was until Miss Kaoshiro explained it to me earlier today. Oh, first time we went into the room, she turned on the light bulb. I was surprised to see light with no fire. She told me about it. Ah, I see. And when you went there the second time, the light was off? Yes. After we put our bets in the safe, it suddenly became dark again. I was surprised yet again, but according to the Kappa, it had just stopped working. It doesn't seem like the light bulbs can be used for very long. She said it would change bulbs after the game. And that's why you went to the room with the candle. That's right. But then someone attacked me from behind and I blacked out. Sounds like a good excuse. Are you trying to claim that there was a third party? But I really was attacked. If I can prove that Miss Hina and I truly was assaulted, it'll blow this case wide open. But do I have any evidence that can prove it? Do I have evidence that proves she was attacked? I don't think so. Let's see. Let's take a look. So we have the ghost story, the rainy day ghost, password memo, the invisible item, candle, shogi board, footprints. Regardless of the unlock attached to the top. Gear generators connected to all wheels to the rain that fell the night of the theft. Sensatorious power, saliva pool. Proved to be Tenshi's. And a perfume bottle contains sleeping medicine. So we don't have any proof that she was attacked. No, it doesn't look like I have anything on now that could support it. No, I don't think I do. When I regained consciousness, I saw the safe had been opened and the contents vanished. At that time, there was no one else in the room except for you, Miss Hina and I. The light bulb died because the rain became too strong, so she no longer had any electricity to generate any power. So after the light bulb was seen on in the storeroom, the power had gone out after that. That's what I believe is what's going on. So there shouldn't be any chance the light bulb can turn on after the initial put into the safe. At this time, there was no one else in the room except for you, Miss Hina and I. No, there wasn't anyone else, but I didn't do it. At this point, there's no one else who could have done it. Uh-oh. I was so scared, I ran off without thinking. It's probably around here, yeah, because the footprints. Why were you that scared? Because the safe was open and empty. If I had stayed there any longer, I would have looked suspicious. Well, I doubt that would have changed your current situation much. So you're saying that as soon as you woke up and realized what had happened, you ran away? Yes, that's why I had no time to steal anything. But whether or not that actually happened is rather suspicious. While I can't prove for now if that actually happened, if I can prove that there was something else there... Miss Hina and I lost the bet and went to the storeroom on top of that. Who else could the culprit be? Don't lose hope just yet, Momiji. She said there was someone else there. But who's going to believe her? That's why we need to prove she's telling the truth. And there was someone else at the scene of the crime. Can you do that? If she ain't lying. If she isn't lying, then I should be able to. So, this is a gamble. Pure and simple. She's right. All I can do is spin the wheel. Red or black, even or odd, guilty or innocent. Okay. First thing we did was lock up the storeroom. Return to the main room, started our game. While it looked like we did a photo, we weren't able to finish the match. So I took the storeroom for a moment. I brought a lit candle with me since the light bulb was out, and then someone attacked me behind. When I regained consciousness, I saw the safe had been opened and the contents vanished. I was so scared I ran off without thinking. Okay. Someone else was there. Okay. Can I do that? That's the question. Can I do that? I mean, I have to do that. So I guess the answer would be requiring proving that I can prove that somebody was there, but I don't see my window to prove it. You know? I brought a lit candle with me, so it was out someone attacked. And conscious saw the safe open and contents vanished. I was so scared I ran off without thinking. Shit. Yeah, I just don't know where to present it. I know exactly what I need to present. Because I know the only thing I have that proves that there was a presence of a third person given the situation, but I don't know where to present it at. I'm going to assume it's this here, because this is the only... Oh, okay, well, not this one. There was one of these I was allowed to present evidence to, which didn't make sense to me. But I can't see anything in the actual present. The footprint... No, I don't know, because that doesn't make sense, because that doesn't really contradict what she says. I'm trying to use this information to prove that there was a third body. It wouldn't make sense if she's like, I ran off, and I was like, objection, actually, somebody was there. That doesn't correlate. Those 2 points don't correlate. First time when the light turned on the light bulb, surprised she lighted no fire, she told me about it. Not knowing where to present evidence in the AA game, it's more likely than you think. Surprised, according to the capo, just stopped working, but it doesn't seem like light bulbs can be used for very long, so she said we changed light bulbs after the game. That's why you went to the room with the candle. That's right, but then someone attacked me behind and I blacked out. Sounds like a good excuse, so you're trying to claim there's a third party, but I really was attacked. If I can prove that Miss Yano was truly assaulted. I don't think I have evidence she was assaulted, though. The evidence like to present evidence that Miss Yano and I was attacked that night. Actions speak louder than words, Miss Words, Shameimaru. So stop talking and show us. Proof that she was attacked. I don't have that. I don't think I have that. Sleeping medicine that works merely by inhalation. Small puddle left behind the floor is saved. I mean... No, it wouldn't be the perfume bottle. What is this? It's evidence. Of what? That Messina and I was attacked. Really? What do you think, Your Honor? Rejected. No way. A message would help our cause. Like it's not gonna be easy to prove. Okay, let's try that again. I can afford some penalties. Doesn't matter. I'm thinking, yeah, the photo of the saliva. Oh, whoops. Because why would she drool there? Why would she drool in that situation? But if that doesn't work, then I don't know. Because again, presenting Yomu's footprints is probably going to be the end game, because that'll close the case day, because it will involve the possibility of a third person. So I still need to prove up to that point. But the problem is, what am I presenting here? Ghost story. It seems the ghost appears near a human building for many days. No one's able to discern its true form. A paper with the password of the safe found in the right. Told him at the safe where it found the pocket. Tenshi was, yep, in the dark. No one touched it since the theft occurred. Tori's footprints. They were made chasing the thief after he left the crime scene. Tenshi's footprints made, judging the direction they made after when leaving the crime scene. The Yomu found Tori's when she was surprised. Supposed to visit the Tori to pick up. The safe for the optical mechanical flush suit was stored at the time of the theft. Requires electricity to open and close. The analog clock attached to the front stopped at 10:23. Dislodged gear. The gear generates electricity connected to the water wheel at Notori's house. Dislodged due to the rain that fell the night of the theft, and since the Notori's house has been without power. Okay, it was the saliva. I'm just going over my my evidence. Have you forgotten, Miss Scarlet? Miss Hina and I left traces of saliva at the crime scene. What is that supposed to mean? Doesn't that strike you as odd? Why would she do such a thing? Yeah, why would somebody just drool? In hindsight, it makes perfect sense, but I think it's so silly that I just kind of... I don't know, I just dismissed it. Why would she do such a thing? And just how am I supposed to know? Maybe you should give it some thought. Under what circumstances would someone do something like that? Our gatekeeper is known to do so while she dozes at her post. Indeed, falling asleep would cause that. So, can you think of why the defendant would fall asleep at a crime scene? Sleep at the crime scene, but whatever for? Well, in this case, sleep might not be the right term. To be more accurate, she was put to sleep. You can't mean... Yes, I am referring to the perfume bottle containing sleeping medicine that was submitted as evidence earlier. It is entirely possible that someone used that to put Miss Hina and I to sleep. That was nothing more than the defendants pretending to be asleep. She left traces of saliva and used that to claim someone to put her to sleep. Haven't you considered that? If she were pretending to be asleep, I imagine she would have done something about all the evidence in her pocket. However, since she did not, I believe it is very likely that someone attacked her. Whatever the case, I don't know why the defendant would leave saliva at the crime scene. But you can't prove the presence of a third party with just that much. Ooh. Ooh. You know what's coming? That evidence. But someone tampered with the shogi board. There is the possibility that someone changed the board to make it look like Miss Hina and I had a motive. And seeing that Miss Hina and I left traces of saliva at the crime scene, it is clear she was put to sleep. Given these facts, I believe it is only natural to suspect the presence of a third party. The traces of saliva and the tampered shogi board. These certainly appear to be the actions of an outside party. But the defense is unable to completely prove it. Ooh! You better hold up, you little vampire girl, because I'm about to smack you with that evidence. I believe we should at least ask the victim, Ms. Kawashiro, about the tampered shogi board. She should be present in the gallery, if I am not mistaken. I believe that is a valid claim. What do you think, Miss Scarlet? Very well. I shall summon her as a witness. While the prosecution prepares the witness, this trial will go into recess. Chat, we're not done the second trial day yet, and it's almost 2 hours. I think how I'm gonna break this up is once we finish this trial, we'll stop there, and then we'll see how much time goes on the next one. This one I don't know. The thing is, I don't feel like I've been getting that sidetracked on this one, yet it seems to be going on longer. Interesting, huh? I really don't think I'm getting that sidetracked. I just think it's a little bit longer, that's all. Just a little more, Aya. You've almost proved that there was something else, there was somewhere else in the house that night. Big case. But since our logic stands entirely upon Miss Hina and I's testimony at the moment, it's a rather unstable theory. If we only had something that clearly proved that Miss Hina and I was not the criminal. I honestly didn't do anything. While what I said about seeing a light in the storeroom was a lie, it's true that someone put me to sleep. Here's an interesting bit of information, chat. We know that Tenshi offered up an item that apparently can cause rainstorms, but so far that item has not been explained yet. No one's explained that at all. So what is the deal with that? I'm curious about it. That person must be the real thief. By the way, who is the third party? It's gotta be her, right? I suppose, but I don't see what her motive would be. I guess she's right about that. I think the trial is about to resume. But still, proving Miss Hina and I's innocence takes the proceeding takes precedence over proving that there was a third party. It's true. Oh, we're getting the black again. I wouldn't be surprised if Inosuke shows up in this case somehow. Same day, 4:40 p.m., Gensokyo courtroom. Now then, trial is back in session. Prosecution, is the witness ready? Yes, she is, Your Honor. Then please have her take the stand at once. Witness, your name and occupation. Notori Kawashiro, I'm a gearhead of an engineer. We got a lot of evidence for a first trial, to be honest with you. Ms. Kawashiro, we have just one matter we need to hear from you. That is about the game at the time of the incident. Okay, sure. I've been watching the trial, so I get the picture. Tenshi's definitely telling the truth. She got up near the end of the game, so we weren't able to finish it. But did the board remain completely undisturbed after then? Of course it was. Or at least, that's what I thought. If I had made sure, then maybe we would have been able to solve this case sooner. I'm sorry. The witness has no need to apologize. But it is plainly evident that someone rearranged the pieces. Which means that there was a third person at the scene of the crime. I wouldn't be so quick to assume. One of the players could have easily done so. Perhaps it was even the defendant. Why would the defendant purposely move the pieces to make herself lose? So you are suggesting that there was a third party. Which means the evidence we have now isn't telling the whole story, including the traces of saliva. I should have expected this barring evidence that clearly proves Ms. Hinanai's innocence, stopping her counterattacks is going to be impossible. Ms. Kawashiro, I would also like for you to testify, if that's acceptable. I don't mind, but what should I testify about? Please give us more details about when Ms. Hinanai stood up during the game. Alrighty. On that night, it started raining out of nowhere. That's when I noticed Tenshi looked like she couldn't sit still. That's when she asked to use the restroom and got up and left. After she left the room, someone attacked me from behind. I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I took a look around and couldn't find Tenshi anywhere. I went to the storeroom, but when I got there, I found the safe open and the suit gone. Even if there was someone else there, I still think Tenshi is the thief. Afterwards, I ran out of the house and tried to follow her footprints, but I couldn't seem to catch up, so I went to the SDM to tell them what happened. I see. It appears the defendant is still the most suspicious party in this case. After the defendant took her leave from the room, the victim fainted. Once she woke up, both the defendant and the optical camouflage suit had disappeared. No deliberation required. A very cut and dry case. Grr. Unfortunately for you, Miss Shameimaru, this is checkmate. No, it's just check. Defense, I doubt a cross-examination will prove enlightening. Just please allow me to try, Your Honor. In my opinion, you'd have more luck trying to persuade Miss Kirisame from stealing. Are you okay, Aya? Do I look okay to you? I suppose not. You know, it's times like these, chat, where I wish I could just inject food into my belly so I don't have to sit here and eat on stream, but my god if I'm not starving. I am hungry! Just give me them good old nutrients. Put them right in there. On the night it started to rain out of nowhere. But wasn't that a lie? Seems that way. But once the rain started, it looked like she was on pins and needles. That makes the fact that she went to the storeroom even more suspicious. But going to the scene of the crime does not necessarily equal criminal. I just need the right explanation. After she left the room, someone attacked her from behind. Were you attacked as soon as she left? No, I think it was about 2 or 3 minutes later. In such a short amount of time, I don't see how anyone but the defendant could have made her faint. Especially since you have yet to convince us the presence of a third party. We're caught between a keystone and a hard place. I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I took a look around and couldn't find Tenshi anywhere. You searched the whole house and she wasn't there? Uh-huh. She just bolted, I guess. Well, if I were a criminal, I would also elect to vacate the premises as soon as physically possible. But what if she noticed there was a problem and went to the Scarlet Devil Mansion to inform you? The first we heard of this incident was from the witness herself. The defendant was found cowering in a cave on Yokai Mountain. Where is your resolution when you need it, Miss Hinanai? Why are you looking at me like that? No reason. I keep telling you I didn't steal anything. Hey, defendant. No talking during the cross-examination. Sorry. Good grief. I went to the storeroom, but when I got there, I found the safe open and the suit gone. Are you sure about that? I'm sure. One of my brilliant inventions was stolen. The defendant disappearing along with the suit. Seems perfectly natural to me, wouldn't you agree? Things are already bad enough. Even if there is someone else there, I still think Tenshi is the thief. Hold on there. But there was someone else there. You continue to say that, but you have yet to show evidence that does the same. So she wants evidence, huh? What are we doing? What are we doing to do, Aya? We need evidence to plan our counterattack, and then tie it all up with impervious logic. I ran out of the house and tried to follow her footprints, but I couldn't seem to catch up, so I went to the SDM to tell her what happened. So you couldn't find Miss Hinanai even though you tracked her footprints? I think that at some point she started flying. That's when the footprints stopped. Oh yeah, they can do that, can't they? But it's fortunate for you that she wasn't flying to begin with, isn't it? That's also true. God damn it. Footprints in the mud don't mean shit when everyone can fly. I guess you're right, but I have no idea why she didn't just do that. Seems she merely changed her mind. I doubt her mental condition was entirely stable after the threat. No matter what I do, she keeps talking about Miss Hinanai like she's the criminal. Aya, have we lost yet? No, I know there's an opening in her testimony. Really? Now I just have to use logic to widen that opening even more. Alright. So I ran out of nowhere, and then I noticed Tenshi. She stood still. She asked to use the restroom, got up and left. Come on, move. After she left, someone attacked me from behind. Okay. I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I took a look around and couldn't find Tenshi anywhere. I went to the storeroom, but when I got there, I found the safe open and the suit gone. Have we lost yet sounds like a chat message. A bit. I found the safe open and the suit's gone. Even if there was someone else there, I still think Tenshi is the thief. I ran out of the house and tried to follow her footprints, but I couldn't seem to catch up. I went to the SDM to tell him what happened. Well, I pressed everything. Maybe I have to double press. I'll double press. Let's see. Wasn't that a lie? Seems that way. Once the rain started, it looks like she was on pins and needles. Okay. Suspicious equal criminal. See if more information opens up this way. You always want to double press if you can't think of any evidence. That'll work. Or caught keystone in a hard place. Don't think. Pardon me. You searched the whole house. She wasn't there. She bolted. Criminal would vacate. But what if she moved to the mansion to inform? No, she was. Oh, she's cowering in a cave at Yokai Mountain. I have the hiccups now. Fantastic. No reason. Keep telling you I didn't steal anything. No defense. Stop talking. Sorry. Good grief. I don't know how I got hiccups. I've never had hiccups on stream before. Are you sure about that? I'm sure. One of my brilliant inventions was stolen. Defendant disappeared along with the suit. Seems pretty natural to me, wouldn't you agree? Things were already bad enough. Even if there was someone else there, I still think Tenshi's the thief. But there was someone else there. You continue to say that, but you have yet to show evidence that does the same. Ugh. So she wants evidence, huh? What are we gonna do, Aya? We need evidence to plan our counterattack, and then tie it all up with impervious logic. I ran from the house, tried to follow her footsteps. Damn it. Yeah. Fortunately, she wasn't flying to begin with. Yep, guess you're right. Seems to merely changed her mind. No matter what she did, she's a criminal. Aya, we lost yet? Yeah, we lost. We lost. I went to the storeroom. Okay, so even if someone else is there, I still think Tenshi is the thief. This is definitely what we need to present on, but I need to figure out what. Found in the right pocket Tenshi's dress. Stolen from the safe in Tori's storeroom. Come right into the wearer. Invisible. Found in the pocket universe. Tenshi's left pocket. Tenshi went to the restroom. It was dark because the light bulb in the storeroom was out, so she brought a candle with her. No one touched us since the death occurred, but nowhere else to move. Tenshi is lost. Safe when the optical camouflage was stored. Requires electricity to open and close. The analog clock attached to the front stopped at 10:23. The gear that generates electricity connected to the water built in Tori's house, dislodged due to the rain that fell the night of the theft, and since then, Tori's house has been without power. And then saliva pool. And then the bottle itself. Fuck, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try Yomu's footprints. No, I didn't think so. I didn't think that was correct. Even if there was someone else, I still think Tenshi is the thief. This seems like the one I need to present it on, but I just don't know. I don't know. They're made from chasing after. These were made after leaving the scene of the crime. A footprint left by Yomu. Maybe, I don't know. Where the camouflage suit stored. If that required electricity. So here's the thing. It seems like the suit itself has different footprints, yeah? Because it's a full body suit, right? So if she stole it, why didn't she just put it on? Well, that wasn't correct. I'm gonna try Tenshi's footprints. I'm kind of at that point where you throw things at the wall to see what sticks. I can't figure out what sticks. Fuck. So I haven't received any new information. Have we lost yet? We sure have. On the night. Someone attacked me. I don't know how long I was out when I woke up. Couldn't find Tenshi anywhere. I went to the storeroom. When I got there, I found the safe open and the suit was gone. Even though someone was there, I still think Tenshi is the thief. But there was someone else there. Continue to say that, but you have yet to show evidence that does the same. So she wants evidence, huh? What are you gonna do, Aya? We need evidence to plan our counterattack. I ran out of the house and tried to follow her footprints, but I couldn't seem to catch up. So I went to the SDM to tell them what happened. The safe specifies 10:23. It doesn't specify AM or PM, yeah. No. Requires electricity to open or close. So, the thing is, at 10 o'clock they started their bet, yeah. So they put the items in the safe, and then at 10:23 the safe was opened again. The safe requires electricity to open and close. But the power went out. I'm very sorry, but Miss Hina and I could not have stolen the optical camouflage suit. I got it. I figured it out, yeah. I realized it. It couldn't open anymore because there was no electricity at that point. So, how did it open? You gotta be kidding! How can you say that? I'm a genius, chat. I'm a genius. You should know more than anyone else here, Miss Kawashiro. Huh? Whatever do you mean, Miss Shameimaru? It's simple. The safe in Miss Kawashiro's house is powered by electricity generated by a water wheel. At the time of the incident, a gear had come loose, which means that there was a power outage. What did you say? So what caused the gear to come loose in the first place? That is easily answered. In fact, Miss Kawashiro already explained why. It started to rain, correct? I did say that, but remember, when Miss Hina and I left the room, it had already started raining. Do you follow me? Ah, you're right. What is she right about? No one but you two seem to understand the situation. Oh yeah, it's big brain time. Excuse us, Your Honor. As I mentioned before, there is a water wheel at Miss Kawashiro's house that is powered by a waterfall. As the water wheel turns, it generates electricity. However, when the current increases due to heavy rainfall, the water wheel turns too fast. This puts too much stress on the gears, and as a result, one will tend to come loose. And as no electricity was being generated, there was a power outage. It can't be! When Miss Hina and I left the room, it had already started raining, so Miss Kawashiro's house was without electricity. Meaning, at the time, it would have been impossible for Miss Hina and I to steal the optical camouflage suit. If she couldn't have even opened the safe, it is inconceivable that Miss Hina and I was the... Wait a minute. It wasn't impossible for her to steal it after all. What are you saying? Sure, there wasn't any electricity coming from the water wheel, but the backup battery still had a bit of power left, so that must have been how she opened it. Besides, the clock on the safe stopped at 10:23. We started our game at 10, so that's perfectly reasonable. What? The battery ran out of power in the morning, after I finished fixing Yomu's alarm clock. But the game didn't start until later at night, so it should have had time to recharge at least a little bit. Even if a half-day's charge can only run a light bulb for a little while, the safe only needs a tiny amount of wattage to open and close. So Tenshi had enough of a chance to steal my suit. May I say something, Miss Kawashiro? What is it? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by wattage. Oh, okay. It's just the amount of energy needed for something powered by electricity to move. Of course, the bigger the object, the more wattage needed to operate it. But the safe only needs a tiny, tiny bit to open and close. So what you're saying is... I'm saying that even with the small amount of electricity stored in the battery, there was more than enough to open the safe. No way! It seems that the only thing that is out of power is your argument. Ooh, damn. How much wattage is one Gyakuten? Quick maths, chat, quick maths. If there was still electricity available when Miss Hina and I went to the storeroom, then it's still possible she's the culprit. Aya, aren't you gonna do something? If there was something I could do. Huh? Now that I think about it, when we went to investigate the storeroom... Oh, goodness. Huh? Nothing's happening. Oh yeah, that's because the electricity is out right now. That's right, the safe didn't work at all. So that must mean the battery is completely empty now. And the clock attached to the safe, too. Even if it was running off the battery, I don't think it would have gone through a half-day's charge that quickly. Whoops. If the safe can be opened and closed with just a tiny amount of electricity, the same can be said for the clock, too. Maybe that's what Miss Hina and I meant earlier. It appears that there is no further... Please wait a moment, Your Honor. As I thought, it was impossible for Miss Hina and I to open the safe. Chad, I think one of my favorite objections in the entirety of Phoenix Wright... Apollo's is really good. No, it's gotta be Edgeworth's. Edgeworth's objection is amazing. It carries. It carries really well. I kinda like Goddard's too. Objection. His is pretty sick. Objection. Edgeworth's objection is so fucking good. Oh my god. That's because there was absolutely no electricity remaining in Miss Kawashiro's house. What makes you say that? I have evidence. The evidence that proves there was no electricity in the house is... What's the matter? Hurry up and present your evidence. What proves there was no electricity in the house? That's the gear, isn't it? No, it's not the gear. That's evidence? Exactly. This proves beyond a shadow of doubt Miss Kawashiro's house was without power. But how? I don't get it at all. I don't get it either. Of course you wouldn't, Miss Kawashiro. Because as a matter of fact, I also don't get it at all. Yeah. Don't look so proud when you say that. I am big brain. Clearly the defense needs to reflect on their attitude. Whoops. There was no... yes. I only have a few pieces of evidence that could really do this. Maybe Tenshi's statement. Let me see. When Tenshi went to the restaurant, it was dark because the light bulb in the storm was out. Yes, she brought a candle with her. Miss Hina and I testified earlier that at the point in the theft, the light bulb was out. I got it. Oh, that's not because the power was out. It was just because the light bulb wasn't working. Why do you say the light bulb wasn't working? Because I went all... Because it went... Alright. Breathe in. Breathe out. Because it went all out... Because it went out all of a sudden while we were locking up our bets in the safe. God damn it, why was that so difficult? Miss Kawashiro, the light bulb isn't just connected to the generator, is it? No, it isn't. It's just that there wasn't enough in reserve. Shut up, chat. Shut up. Okay? Shut up. Give me a break. And the reserve was a battery with only half a day's charge, right? Ah. Yeah, I guess so. Which means that the light bulb going out wasn't because it was broken, but because there was no more electricity. Therefore, the battery must have been empty. But there was still time until the rainstorm began. That should have recharged the battery enough. When you're a streamer, chat, you're not allowed to make mistakes. You are held at the highest pinnacle. You're not allowed to fuck up. You have to be perfect. Never stutter. That's me. At the safe in the storeroom has a clock attached to it. This clock constantly consumes electricity in order to operate. Miss Kawashiro, by your estimation, how long would the clock run on the electricity stored until the rain began to fall? About 5 or 6 minutes, I think. And how much time passed from when the rain started until Miss Hina and I left the room? About 10. Just what I wanted to hear. When Miss Hina and I left for the storeroom, the clock had already used up all the electricity. So then it would have been impossible for the defendant to be the perpetrator after all. Miss Shameimaru, that is a rather absurd scenario. What do you mean by that? Think about it. Let's assume the rain started soon after the game began at 10 p.m. That means that once the water wheel broke, the clock only worked for another 5 minutes. So the clock should have stopped somewhere between 10:05 and 10:10. But the clock stopped at 10:23. Precisely. So how do you plan to explain away this contradiction? Wouldn't that be because the criminal moved the hands on the clock? Whatever for. I don't know. By the way, the control panel for the clock is on the inside of the door, and without tools, you can't change the settings at all. If you don't know what you're doing, it takes a while, mostly because you have to find the tools. It's a digital clock too, yeah, that's the thing. Which makes your hypothesis very unlikely. But there is one way to look at this, chat, and it has to do with the specifications. Or more importantly, the lack of specifications. I know exactly what I'm doing. The minute hand is off by almost 15 minutes, but what on earth does that mean? Aya, what are you gonna do now? I believe that there is one piece of information that we have mistaken as fact. Mistaken as fact? The answer to the contradiction is the clock's dial lies. Yeah, there it is, right there. Right there. We are mistaken about which 10:23 the clock stopped. What? Just what does that mean? The clock is an analog dial. It does not indicate AM or PM. That's why you use 24 hours for digital clocks. Or have a specification to it. That means that it did not stop at 10:23 p.m., but 10:23 a.m. But how does that work? What is this nonsense? Didn't the witness open the safe at 10 p.m.? And the rain didn't start falling until past 10 as well. The power could not possibly have gone out in the morning. If the electricity stops, so does the clock. However, was the electricity shortage merely the result of the water wheel breaking? What do you mean? The safe is powered by both the generator and the backup battery through a wire. But what would happen if this wire were removed? That's right, without a supply of electricity, the clock would stop moving. Which means that someone must have removed the wire in the morning. And that's when the clock stopped. Did you consider that possibility? Whatever the case may be, once the safe was closed at 10 p.m., it opened 23 minutes later. And the only one who could have opened it was the defendant, who had pretended to go to the restroom. Haven't we been claiming this for a while now? This proves the possibility of the presence of a third party. How does Aya know what a digital clock is? Because her camera has what are they called? Not burn marks, but they come with a pre-instilled time on them. So Aya can read a digital clock because her photos print with them. And we've seen that through Shoot the Bullet. See? I just big-brained all over you. A Jimmy Neutron, a brain blasted you. Couldn't handle it. But there's still a mere possibility. You haven't proved it as a fact. All you have are some upset shogi pieces and a puddle of saliva at the crime scene. Ha! It is true I did not completely prove that. But there is someone who might be able to testify about the identity of a third party. What? This evidence shows that there is someone with important testimony. Oh, now it's time, chat. Now it's time. Near Miss Kawashiro's house, we found a footprint belonging to Miss Konpaku. Yeah, feet! Do you mean Miss Yomu Konpaku? She was supposed to visit Miss Kawashiro's house to reclaim her alarm clock. However, it appears she did not actually do so. So how could she have seen anything? She left a footprint, so she must have been nearby after it started raining. There is an extremely high possibility she knows something. I see. In that case, I shall end today's proceedings here. I present feet pics, Your Honor. And then I'm on trial. That's the phantasm stage. Defend yourself, Aya. The prosecution shall summon Most Konpaku as a witness for tomorrow's trial. Then again, I guess Phoenix did defend himself anyway in the second case. Although it was kind of weird, but he did. And the defense shall solve the mystery to the safe clock. Yeah, you can... Chat, you know, you can actually represent yourself, but it's never a good idea. The defense shall solve the mystery to the safe clock. Understood, Your Honor. Understood, Your Honor. Court adjourned. Nice. Same day, 6:26 p.m. Defendant. It's waiting room. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. Whew. I thought we were goners for sure, but you managed to find a way somehow. That is wonderful, Aya. Why, thank you. I'm not really in the mood to celebrate yet. I was scared I was going to be found guilty, but you did an adequate job today. If it scared you that badly, maybe you should consider fixing your attitude. Come now, don't say that. I think I'm beginning to find this judicial system you have down here most intriguing. What are you talking about? You practically flooded the witness stand with your tears. Ugh. Just forget that happened entirely. She can be unexpectedly cute when she's upset. It's true. But still, I was on edge the whole time. I'm already completely tired out. I mean, she's adorable any time, but she's just a massive shithead. That's all. Behind that face lies a diva. Yeah, me too. So, let's head home and rest for the night. May 15th, 8:47 a.m. Shameimaru in Kolo offices. Good morning, Aya. Oh, morning. You seem a little depressed. Well, we were supposed to figure out that safe problem, but I have no idea where to start. At this point, we don't have any evidence of Miss Kompaku is the real thief at all. Oh, right. I guess all we can do now for now is continue our investigation. But it's raining today. So? Oh, you're still worried about the ghost. It'll be fine. We aren't going anywhere near the human village. Do you promise? I swear on my notebook. We won't have time to go that far anyway. Okay. I wonder if she actually believes me. Alright, and that's where we're gonna call it. Interesting thing to note, chat, is that took 2.5 hours to do one trial and one investigation day. So, yeah, that was longer than I expected. I was gonna do the same thing I did last time, where I did a investigation, trial, investigation, but it seems like this one has a lot more to it, a lot more substantial, which makes sense because this is a bonus one that was added to this completed edition. So this one, they only had to make one case instead of 3, so they probably get to pour more into this one, which is cool. And I like this case; it's really neat. It's neat. I am interested in seeing how they handle cases in this style when it doesn't boil down to murder, because it always boils down to murder in Phoenix Wright, right? But in this case, they can't do that, so they're playing around with other things. So obviously the stakes are never going to be that high, but it's still cool to see how they create this mystery. I gotta admit, I'm very curious. I'm really curious. It's got my attention. It's hooked me. I want to know how does the safe work? How did it do that? What is with this item that Tenshi has? Like, that has not been mentioned either. What's with the ghost story? How does it play into it? What is Yomu doing? Why is Yomu involved in this? There's so much here we don't know yet. And I'm very curious to see how it plays out. This case has some serious meat. Speaking of meat, I'm hungry. Oh shit, whoops, I meant to go to the title, not exit the game. At least I saved. Anyway. That's it. That's it for the stream. Despite issues with Twitch earlier, we are okay. So I'll have to send that to you, Miner, and you can clean that up. Just cut out the dead bit that I left in. But yeah, tomorrow chat will be Tomorrow will be more Touhoumon, and assuming everything goes correct, a surprise. I won't spoil it, but I'll probably be leading with it. So look forward to that. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.